The offense set for a first down play. Back to pass, it's Mahomes. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Flames moving quickly to the line. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, looking to throw. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
On the move, it's Presley. Obliterates him, still on the move. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a...
And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Flames racing to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He'll fire to his right. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways. And on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah.
And he's still running after the move. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Looking downfield, it's Jordan. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And back to the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Cameron. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. It'll be a run on third and short. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And the defense getting in the backfield quick, fast, and in a hurry. There was nowhere to run with that football. Nice penetration by this defensive line.
Yeah, and a nice job, too, of not getting out of their lanes.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're just about ready to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down.
And that's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, no! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air on 1st down. He'll heave it deep. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. Bulldozes him. He gets the pick, but not the pick six, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. The Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Booker. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coach
snatches it on the right. Oh, look out! He's at the 10. Touchdown, Flames! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. The 40, the 30. He just set sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
That keeps the score. Florida State 18, Liberty 6.
They've got it to a 2-possession game, but now going for the onside kick here in the 3rd quarter. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Scanning the field, it's Mahomes. Going for the big play. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Liberty. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. Saw a great example of it right there.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fires the pass, intercepted.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score.
They want to try to pull even right now as they're going for the onside kick here in the 3rd. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Cameron. On the move at the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Bobby Bowden built this program. High-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Seminoles! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Quinn. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. He's taking the shot. And he grabs it at the 15. Touchdown, Flames. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
They'll line up to go for two. Dropping back, it's Mahomes. Coming after him. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. So much for playing field position. It's just a one-score game here in the third, and they're lining up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third.
25. Liberty, 18.
And the Seminoles have pushed it inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he added the extra point.
Florida State, 32.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Looking for a man. It's Mahomes. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. And the Flames in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on second down. Quarterback moving. He's going to take off. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Gets away from... Trying to burn this defensive back. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It doesn't get any better from the defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. 1st and 10. Right back to the well. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
He's back to throw on second down. Completes it in the middle. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on 3rd? Wants to throw. It's Jordan. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
And you know what? You kind of deserve it. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot. Just gave him a little bit of hope.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The offense comes out needing a score here, down one possession. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Booker. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. He's going to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Oh, he wants it all. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. Off-play action on first down. Looking deep. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Looking for more room. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
All